I've been trying to get this list right for probably the last 5 days, and I think that where it's at right now is a really good spot that can play competitively. So in the past, I was trying to make the new location work. I had Art Fane, and it was a cool idea, the fact that it auto-thinned. We can have a little bit of a consistency thing, we get a little bit of extra effect from it, but I didn't think that we leaned into spying enough to make this worth it, and I do feel that when we played Calveit, it just wasn't really needed as much, you know what I mean? Especially because we have this, and then we have Emir as well, which helps us top deck. It just feels better this way. So that was one thing. I had false Ciri in there, and false Ciri wasn't quite doing it either. It made it awkward because if we Calveit too early, we don't draw Buhurt, then we don't get to play Buhurt, so we don't get to take Ciri. You can imagine the frustration in a round 3, especially if it's a short round 3. If we lost round 1 and we were bled, it's not a good feeling, right? And also Vanhemar felt like it would be a good play, but it didn't feel great because I only have a couple locks here and nothing's guaranteed. We have to get certain level of statuses before we can get the Philip down, right? We have to give one status, then do a lock, and then we can kill it. It's just a little bit of a hassle. I tried doing the collar for round 1 play just to kind of lock an engine that they have. Again, it wasn't working out quite well. I figure if we can put down Crystal Skull and protect a pikeman, that plays for like 20 points, so it just feels better. Cadaveran's always a very fun card to play, and I really like it here. It completes a poison, spawns a unit, it has tempo depending on the situation, lots of shoop going around, lots of Patricidal Fury going around, so there are lots of tall base power units. Picture how well this would work in Bounty as well, so I like that there. If you're not feeling the Cadaveran, you can always go for something like Treason or Teshem if you want to break Devotion. I don't think we need to be Devotion per se. There is an added synergy with Emir, but it's not the end of the world if we don't get that ability, right? So I just figure most of the cards that we need here and want to play are Nilfgaard cards, so I kept it that way. Let's talk about our round breakup a little bit, but first, let's roll today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Gemstone Legends, an epic RPG match 3 game where you'll have many adventures and tactical battles ahead of you. Download and try the game for free using the link in the description or the QR code and receive an amazing starter pack. Take a look at the rating of the game with 4.6 stars on Android and almost 5 on iOS. We've got the puzzle style element, but we also have the hero collectors with more than 200 heroes from 8 different factions from 5 different tiers. Every hero has a unique set of skills which can be a game changer for your strategy in each battle. And you got dragons. Who doesn't like dragons? Fight in PvP mode and align with other dragon riders to compete in guild wars. Also, join the Discord channel to be up to date. Download the game now for free on both Android and iOS and play with me. You can find me in-game under the nickname Qcento. Use the link in the description or scan the QR code showing on the screen and get a special starter pack worth $50 using my link. Good luck, and I'll see you there. Alright, so to get back into it here, we have round 1 that's going to look like us getting down the Alba, maybe trying to boost it with Crystal Skull, keep flanking in mind, so have just one adjacent unit to it on the melee row, have this on the outside, makes it work better. You have the Dame beside it, you're getting 2 points per turn of bleeding, 2 points per turn on the Thirsty Dame. This combo is just ridiculous. If we need to fetch for more options with this, whether it be another Pikeman or another Dame or whatever the case, we can go and we can use Vigo, and I think Vigo is great to use in round 1 because all the bronze cards that we have, with exception to Nausicaa, are ones that we can play in round 1 under any circumstance, right? It's never bad to have another lock or a poison or, you know, another Dame engine, Pikeman, you name it. So I tried to structure the bronze end in that way so we'd have just the cards that we'd want to play. Of course, I have Buhurts to help keep our engines alive, but Buhurts can also be boosting the opponent's unit that we're later going to be poisoning. If we don't have the best poison value on the board, we can create that for ourselves. So that's what I really like about it. And the other tactics are basically for assimilate procs and just to have tactics in the deck for the Calveit. Little control doesn't hurt with Joust early on. You don't feel bad playing these options. And of course, Diplo can get quite creative, whether it's getting another poison, another lock, another control option, another engine, whatever you need at that time, you can go ahead and do so and at least get some extra boost from these on the assimilate. What's nice about these is if you kept them for round 3, you could actually get assimilate procs off the Masquerade Ball when we do spawn the Fangs ×2, So there's that added synergy there just to account for. It wasn't planned, but it certainly feels pretty good when we pull it off. So pretty much this half of the deck, you don't feel bad about playing early on, and it plays pretty well over a long round. It has a little bit of a slower startup, but then once this combo takes off, it's going to be worth a lot of points. I don't mind playing this combo or even playing Emir into one of our engines early so that we can tempo a little bit. Calveit should be in hand round 1, latest round 2. So with that being said, the Calveit could be a play in round 1 if you like. If you're playing into a deck that has maybe Earquax, or you're playing into Mill, you try not to play this card overall. But other than that, you're more than fine just playing that for an 8-point slam and whatnot going forward. So you'll know pretty well. If you're on red coin going second, you can push quite effectively. If you're on blue coin going first, your goal is to get out of the round unless you're feeling super greedy. You'll see good passes and you'll see bad passes today. And, you know, this deck does pretty well at defending a bleed. It does pretty poorly about winning round 1 when we go second. So you got to be careful about that. But overall, this deck has a crazy powerful round 3, even if it's a short one, because the explosion from the ball, just all the poison, everything just falls in their side of the playing field. So really fun deck to play. It's been a while since I played Status Ball. I tried a few cards just to recap on that. I was playing Devotion, not like I had to. Emir's not that important with its Devotion clause, but everything else just feels like cards I'd want to play anyways. So some things to think about here. I had War Council. It wasn't as needed as you'd think. Ard Fane, same thing applies. I wasn't really feeling it. Didn't feel like it was playing for its provisions in this specific example. And Beauclair is obviously something that you could play. I didn't feel like it had enough support beyond just the initial slam that it plays for. You could go with the Brathens combo, but then you're reworking things and putting more spies, and I decided not to take that route, because if I'm doing Brathens, I'm probably doing Coup, and I think that's best reserved for a full-out assimilate deck, just so that there's more consistency with it. Really, Vilgefortz was an option. I ended up choosing Yen instead. You could go for Anna, but I didn't really think of my target matchup for the Anna. It's really a high roll. I don't think a defender's needed. We have cards like Vanhemar that didn't consistently get value because sometimes we're using Leader at a different time than we anticipated, and we don't have the locks left to do whatever we gotta do. And False Ciri is tough if we're not playing Buhurt in round 1, because then we have a Ciri that's just dead on board, or playing a Joust or something that wasn't planned. So although these cards felt like they would be good in the situation, they weren't. Now, I also considered putting a double up on the Nausicaa, which I don't mind. You could do that if you're looking to take out Cadaverin or whatever the case, but I think it's just fine at 1. It doesn't feel clunky. We get the second one off Vigo if we need it. And really, that's it. No need for Roderick in a deck like this because we're top decking with Calveit. If you were to go with Ard Fane, then you could do Ard Fane and you could do maybe Roderick and do it that way instead of a Calveit method, but this just feels fine. Give it a try, guys. I beat some of the meta matchups that you're going to see a lot of on the ladder. It's a real surprise to people, and some of the newer players haven't even played ball before, so they have no idea what to expect, and you're going to see a fair amount of that. So like always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like the video, share the video with some friends, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to be posting as often as I can for the next little while, right? Definitely just trying to get some more uploads before the season's over. So we'll see you guys soon. Thank you. Alright, so for the first game here, we have Tactical Decision Nilfgaard. Okay, I think we want to put back one of the dames. I know it's going to be a crazy round 1, so something to think about. We've got poison. I think one of the locks can go back. This doesn't make sense here to play. I'm just glad that all the stuff we're dealing with here is just bronze for the most part. Has a lot of synergy, so we could play pretty deep in the hand without spending a whole lot. I have to prepare for a case where this could be Colgrim. Or that. I can't just have like a normal matchup, you know? Chances are they replay that.
A taste of Nordling, is it?
Time to get our hands dirty.
Just want a normal matchup, you know? Jeez.
Here's our chance.
It's only a matter of time before they hit ball. Really. Because our hand is so bronze that they're going to get all the good stuff here, like the longer we play in. I think I'm allowed to take... They likely have Vilgefortz in hand, so the Dame just goes. Come on.
The hounds have caught us.
So they can use leader here to stay in the round.
The state stars reflected in a pond for the night sky.
Sunset in at 6. I don't even think Snowdrop's enough points. Did they miss the card they were trying to hit? What if I just pass? Good. They'd ring a favor. Oh, okay.
If it's peace you desire, prepare for war.
Hopefully they didn't draw any of the targets and then they lose 3 so they'll have to play again.
Truly electrifying.
So they keep going. It's possible we still win. This mills me, but I think I'm supposed to keep it. Yen helps us reverse a mill. We still have leader, they don't. Whatever that was, yeah. I think I'm supposed to play... Well, here's the thing. If I don't roll a unit, then we're in trouble. So it's probably just the Fangs, just to be certain. Okay. What else we got here? That's fine. So we'll do this first.
The Lord shall tuck tail and beg for mercy.
Just so that we actually get a card. And then if they mill 2, then we take Yen, and then they play Mata, and then we pull what we need. That's kind of the idea. I don't know if it's going to work like that, but we'll find out.
Let us put an end to this nonsense. This
Might as well just get that online here. Make it count. Unicorn for the... it's a joust.
Long live the Emperor!
feeling a bit peckish.
So Tibor mills me, we get the extra card. We're technically sitting on 2 extra cards.
Hail, Kerzer!
That's not crazy. That's crazy though. Hopefully there's no... I don't know if there's a Vincent. They could. They don't have that many ways to give status though. Tibor's the exception really. But if they go ahead and boost to 12, then we know something's up. Okay.
We go where the Empire has not yet reached.
Maybe we'll play some soldiers.
Perched upon a fence.
No stench more foul than fresh char.
The Moorlehems have particular tastes.
I'm pretty sure we're just set here. I make a copy of this, which is fine. Ah, they matted before I could even get to it. That's annoying.
Nice Tedatu.
Arsenic or nightshade.
Yeah, we just win hard, I think, even though it's... not optimized with this whole thing. It's whatever. I guess I'm not getting a much better take with the Yen or the Vincent or the leader for that matter.
Let us see.
Sick. Here's what we'll do, okay? I'm just gonna take this now to get it over with. We could have gotten maybe an extra point from the snowdrop or whatever beside it, but it's not the end of the world. And then we'll just play defensive here. Nothing else to really kill. No offense, but you're playing mill and I'm really not having it, so.
We do what must be done.
Alright, we have Harmony coming up here next. No Saskia tech, unfortunately. Okay, I think I'll put back one of the dames. I have a good amount of locks, but again, it's likely that we just keep one, we put the other back. We've got a lot of tile removal, engine locks, pretty good hand to play in, but the problem is that they get Saskia no matter what, and that basically gives them a round. So it's almost like we should try and defend a bleed instead of pushing for round one. Because we have a lot of utility here that we could just use up, and then what?
Don't leave me here. Not alone. I beg you.
If I play a dame when they click that, they get the vitality which procs this.
A superb
It might be worth it.
Truly. Hold the line. Just one more feather, and we're done.
I don't want to spend too much here, I don't think. Their main source of consistency is having the Saskia. So the longer I stay in round one, the worse that I believe it's going to get, right?
You see? Nice tone between them.
Yeah. So we'll play till 7.
Hail, Kerzer.
And it's going to be this. It's probably one of the best Diplos you can get. Okay. Moving package, yeah, I'm done. I'm out. Forget about that. That's nonsense. It's going to be incredibly difficult to win this game still. If they just jam scenario, I'm in trouble. Okay, Calveit's great. This can probably go. That's better. 2 poisons. We got that. We got locks. We got all types of stuff here. And we're ready to play all the way. And then we top deck into 1, 2, 3. Mull, mull. We get everything. I think I dump 1 Fangs though, just to be careful, you know? Okay.
The Moorlehems detest intruders.
That's worth a lock. Maybe they're trying to decide if it's worth playing in at this point, right? Yeah.
These are scum. I prefer elves, dwarves, pixies even.
I'll give you one more turn.
Onward, sons of Nilfgaard!
Depending on what you do here, we're going to try and round trap, use leader on the Cow Witcher, and just get started that way. I think that's fine too. Is there anything else that I want to play going into... No, not really. If they have Heat Wave, that's horrible. Because their scenario plays for like 100 points, but then we just wouldn't get one. So there's a lot of variables we have to think about here. Okay. So next is going to be Vigo, and then Philip. So we're going to draw one of them here. So this can go. and Philip's the only one we need. So if we play that, then we're just fine. I think it's going to be this first.
I am known to have.
So we can get that warmed up, then play scenario, so at least we can keep the Dame going. And if they have 3 poison cards, then we technically have 1 purify, so we're doing a little better.
My eyes are up here.
It's not all bad. Okay, nice.
A taste of Moorlehem, is it?
Do I even need to use that? Not really. Well, we could. We could. Let's see the heat wave come down. Yeah. We'll wait. How many agents do I have? Not a lot. Here. We don't need to poison it. If Philip sticks, then it's actually disgusting. It might even be bait. Yeah, you see, they want to get rid of that badly now. Let's just take the purify.
Meat is best served bloody, bleeding in its juices.
Vigo is just so nice for the utility of it. But this card left unchecked should play for about 20 points. It's kind of nutty. They might only have the 2 poisons in hand. Oh. That's kind of smart. How do I deal? 1. I guess it would be... Well... I could just take Nausicaa, but I think it's actually getting this taken care of. And then, just to be safe... They slam down later, okay. I gotta start removing some of these engines, man. I think it's Percival. The fact that this keeps climbing is disgusting. Getting this combo down early is just foul. 18 points. 19 on this play. That's massive. That's actually worth taking our leader on, I think. Yeah.
Spit it out already. I don't have all day.
And it gets that for the... Oh my gosh. Wait. Let's get 2 of them. So this is after Ball got heat-waved, guys. I think this is a really good indication of what you can do with the deck when you don't even get your scenario. First game, we got milled out of scenario anyways, so I don't think it defenders really as necessary as you'd think. These just play for 100 points. That's gonna die for sure. Good roll. Oh. I think you should have done that differently, if I'm being honest. Because look, we just take this, we take the boost, that's done.
You will not regret this.
We'll take this so that we can get some value off of it.
Feeling a bit peckish?
And we can do 5, or we can do removal. I think it's better to go with this. This is probably the tallest dame I've ever seen in my life, by the way. So Philip removes that. I guess we could float these. And then we'll try to remove, I guess we'll remove the, it's hard to say. Percival's sort of dead at 12, you know? Two statuses here, so this has harmony though. So there's the 2. We'll do 3. Oh, whoops.
Stress release is necessary for one's health.
Just in case. I don't even know where to start. Guess that's going to be the yen. Well, I could snag this. It's kind of nice. Get these out of the way. Poison that out. Hit that and that here. And then just go for the snag. I think that should be enough, guys. Yeah.
My eyes are up here.
There we go. So next up here we got Skellige, Onslaught, Pirates. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Golden Necker, right? That's what we're seeing in every single one. Alright, let's see what we got here. I think that Joust doesn't really work early. This could be good for Coral. Yeah, I'm not too upset with this, really. Except maybe that goes. You know, there actually is a line where we just jam Masquerade Ball round 1, if I'm being honest.
That might even be amusing.
Let's not get in the way of me axe.
Do they use the leader charge? No. They probably want to get the most value out of it possible. So let's do this. I'm gonna regret that if they play Burna now, but so top deck goes properly. We need to get to... That's the bad part about this. I think I'm just gonna let it go. We're kind of scaring them into playing back a little bit, which is what I like.
He's a keeper.
Hammond, okay. Philip here would be really good. The fact that we just don't have him is disappointing.
You will not regret this, good sir.
Do we even need a lock, or was it just for the bleed? Actually, it's for this.
A superb specimen, truly.
And then you pass there. So the round 1 compass is really bad.
Just one more.
Please, please, please. Okay. Don't use leader. I'm sitting kind of cozy still. A lot of the tempo's out of the way.
Drinking can be hazardous
Here.
to your health.
And then on the pass, we take the Ciri.
You never know which contract's gonna kill you.
41. I think I'm willing to do something like this. Do we even need the lock at this point? $46. Let's get this play out of the way, I think. And then on the pass, we still get ahead.
I forgive.
It's better to do something like that than getting bled by Golden Necker, and they used a lot of their thinning, a lot of their payoff, whereas we traded, I would say, mostly bronze cards. This is just 8 points, right? Most things are better than that. We get card back. If I bleed out the second compass, they're in trouble.
There is but one punishment for traitors.
I've been there before, you know?
Nordling, is it?
Yeah, this is massive value. Check it out, okay? Yo, chill, chill, chill.
Let us put an end to this nonsense, this farce.
Bjorn's gross. Holds on for dear life. Nice, nice. I think we're going to take this just to lock it so they can't bring it back to their hand. And we take this to finish off the poison. That's too bad. It was worth it. Pretty good removal.
It's necessary for one's health.
They definitely got unicorns here, I'm sure. But we're getting 2 points per turn passive. Well, 1 if they play that. Here. I believe that I can get out both cards. I actually believe I can 2-0 them. But I think we're supposed to play safe. Do we play safe or just go for it, guys? Honestly, whatever. 2-0 the meta. Just make a statement. Nice. Nice. So they get 5-point Tesham. They get the bear. Put the bear's deploy goes first. I'd probably use the Bear Witcher here. Why would they play it on melee? Ah, I guess they're just like... Still, why would you play it on melee? It was just that done, I guess. Alright, we have Enslave 6 coming up here next, and we go second, which is where I'd like to be for this matchup. And having Vincent in hand round 1 is very abusive, and I think that I like that quite a bit. So we'll keep it. This can go. This can definitely go. There's a lot of just stuff I don't want to play here in round 1. Having a lot of aristocrats in hand is actually not very good, but... we have plenty in deck. We have the Vigo, which will probably roll one. This, right? Problem for me is getting engines to stick. That's what it comes down to. Just remove that right away. I'm sorry, but this is for the achievement, guys. Before Gwentfinity, I gotta complete this taunting one. I don't really like to do it, but I'll just do it when it's fitting. Okay, I won't just do it for the sake of doing it. One of the worst plays that you could see in like older Gwent is when they put down something, they Crystal Skull it, and then boom. Specifically when Dunka was played and boosted up with TA. That was one of the worst things you can imagine. If it's ever happened to you, let me know. It's definitely happened to me. Dunka, TA, nothing can stop me now. Haha, you can't poison it, and then oh, Vincent's a card. I like Vincent because, unlike Geralt, it's status, so it could be any power. It'd be cool if it was immunity. Actually, it'd probably be too broken. That's cool. Do I ever just, Do I ever just do that?
A superb specimen, truly.
And just let him have it? And just take it back? You can't resist. You're doing it, you know? Okay. Try it again.
A taste of north.
I don't value the dames too much in this match. I think they're just pretty greedy. Especially when we don't go first. There's no way to protect them. In a previous version I had War Council, but War Council still felt bad, boosting at 4. Please don't. Okay, that's fine. Why do you even have this? We will draw Calveit in round 2. Facts. But until then. I'm just glad they didn't get that from me, really. Of course, they roll a... Let's say... 8 points. We gotta get that tempo started. I think I can go and just do this before it becomes a problem. And then I can feel safer about playing pikemen. Pushing with ball in round 1, huh? It's kind of nuts.
I forgive you. This time.
16. So we don't want to tie it, so we're going to force it, alright?
There is but one punishment for traitors.
Play a soldier, which is just the best part about this whole thing. Flanking. They haven't seen that card before, so give it a nice read. Underrated. I think it's better now than it was. The whole, like, play and draw, that type of consistency, especially when you're sorting deck, is really important. I don't think that that was worth seizing, and I think that they're going to regret this, but what choice do you have when you're being pushed like this, right? It tempos. When you're going to take it. Oh, wow.
Realms to embers.
28. Ew. I'll give it to them, though. They did it. For sure. How do we make this better for ourselves? +9, +3. This might work. Here, I think it's actually just playing.
The Vanhemar lay truly spoil us.
And so they lose 4, which is just my poor math at this point. I should have passed, man. I should have passed. I had it in the bag. I was doing fine. The greed, man. Super greed. Here's what we'll do. Aristocrats. Yeah, we're gonna chat it. Let's just chat it.
It's unbecoming.
Super chat. I'm going to play around the Treason, okay? I think it's worth it. I actually wouldn't mind another ball meta, really. Nothing is worse than double, so doesn't even feel that bad. Emir plays a soldier, which is nothing. That's bad. That's not very good.
Drinking can be hazardous to your health.
Let's say that, and then that. We poison that out. Hopefully they have no coup. I would say most players aren't using coup, because it has that opportunity to brick in round 3 so bad, you know what I mean?
Someone with discipline, my lords.
What did I say? I said I was gonna play around it.
Few vultures dare venture into the Moorlehem's wood.
That's so funny. Wow, this is not my game. I have to include it though, just so you guys can see what it looks like to totally flop it. That's not pretty. What are we top decking? Here. 1, okay. Still a good chance. Well, a chance. That's a lock.
I'd hoped for
Oh, there's no... Yeah, there's no... It's fine.
I forgive you. This time.
Quite the mean task.
Wow. Ah, okay. No, I have no words for this. The Treason play literally cost me probably 2 cards. So at least we're trading for a gold. And no way, they gotta play one more. Why wouldn't you just poison out the Dame at that point? I mean, it doesn't matter, but I can't believe we actually bled with Ball and we played into Treason moments after saying that we weren't going to play into Treason, and we somehow got all these gold cards out of them and the carryover from War Council. I don't deserve to win, honestly. These are nice. What else am I missing? 1. I think we stick to what we know. Here. And anything decent? Nausicaa's 6. Yeah, that's better. I actually think I might win this game. They have Stefan. What if I just play unitless for a second? Yeah. Wow, I'm including this, but I'm embarrassed by it.
You've picked a fight with the wrong kind of
All right, next up we have Syndicate, and it's going to be blood money. So this is what I want to see in round 1. We can put that back for sure. I have poison, status. I think this can go. We pretty much have everything we need to deal with engines and, you know.
There is but one punishment for traitors.
I kind of like this as an opener.
A superb specimen, truly.
That hurts.
Brawler's pretty nasty, eh? Plus side is that they're broke again.
Not going anywhere.
Drinking can be hazardous to your health.
I think it's actually the poison route. And then we actually tempo this and stay ahead, which is just ideal. If I can get last say, then I can get leader on the hail, which is just disgusting, right?
Prejudice can carry a high price. They pay it always.
Destroying 8. This goes to 9. Let's just do this first.
The job's a job.
I could probably just hold it. It's gonna be a dame.
A taste of Moorlehem, is it?
I don't think that's a card you want to play against me. I think that's worth it. Now we still have the chance to roll, I guess, a poison off of off the Diplo. I shouldn't be so lucky though. Ah. Wait, why would you not ever take the Purify? When we spent 2 fangs, it would be Cupbearer. I think they realize now they're a little thirsty for the bounty. By the way, this is card for card so far my list. If you haven't seen it, there's a deck guide up on YouTube. Just thirsting out that? Okay. I mean, that's leader out of the way. I think we're fine with it. It's just that I don't get last say hail. Doesn't matter. I could last say Yen hail, which is also very good. Which would mean we take leader back, right? If I take leader back, I'm getting 12, which puts me up to 20, which means we have to play a 4. I don't even mind that at all. And if I want to be proactive about it, we could likely just dump the Philip, but I think it's going to be just the 8.
This time.
Just so we top deck better, right? Because if that's the case, then I have a 2-0 reach. Or even just bleeding out the hail. I think it's crazy how Bounty has the tallest stuff in the entire game. 30 to 16. They boost up what has poison. So Philip keeps them in a situation where we can't high roll a poison, it's too risky. They'll pass here, I'm certain. Unless they don't see the line, but you definitely do. Now we just get the hail with the yen. That's kind of what I want to do in this case. One, 2, 3. The bare knuckle brawler first turn hurt bad. So they go first. We take this. That's not bad. I have grading in mind. They spent heat wave already. So it's one more of these, the freak show, and then maybe another brawler. Okay. Tough part about it is that they will be able to remove that when they play the freak show now, but you would think that they'd want to play Witch first. Oh yeah, there's that too. So that's fine. Let's see if I can roll a Nausicaa. We gotta delay this a little bit. I have the one-off Vigilante, which is pretty annoying.
Prepare to suffer and die.
On my ship.
There she is. Oh wow! Okay. Look at that. Let's take them both out in one turn. Chad Usurper. And even if it's not Usurper, it's going to be the Nausicaa at 7 points, right? They spent the one Purify. I don't have another one in this list. Why would you boost it? That's a huge removal. I think that they just gave me enough value to justify this, but
Drinking can be hazardous to your health. The church will all are free to
because it just doesn't work like that, that's perfect. You get the assimilate proc. And then whatever they play, we take. So we win the game. We actually have a lot of assimilate procs with these two engines. Yeah, 18. There we go. It's good to see my list. It's strong.